I feel like talking about psycho-cybernetics to start out this conversation. I see one person's here. What up? Wait, I feel like I've already read this. Dude, that's weird. My clock on the wall is perfectly in sync with the time on this live, slowly ticking out. That's interesting. Yo, Squirrel Sniper, what's good, bro? Dude, how are you, man? Squirrel Sniper, are you in my Discord, bro? Are you a part of my Discord community? Tony says, what you reading? Scorpion Gang says, hi. What's up, bro? Tony, I am reading Psycho-Cybernetics, an incredibly good book. If you're involved in self-development or self-help or manifestation, or honestly are just looking for something that helps you to live a fucking awesome, fulfilling life, get that book, Psycho-Cybernetics. It's really good. The way he describes it is that essentially we work in a way like a heat-seeking missile. When you think of a heat-seeking missile, it's making constant micro adjustments to get itself to its designated target. And it's based off of temperature and altitude and speed and all sorts of variables that get it to its target. And in that very same way, you think about like this right here. In order to reach down and pick up the sage, that's like a heat-seeking missile. I input the desire to pick up the sage, and then my mind and body does the rest. It coordinates, it reaches out, it knows what muscles to use, it knows how to reach down and coordinate it and the right speed and to use the muscles to grasp it and pick it up. It's the same way we learned how to coordinate and pick shit up. It's the same way we learned how to walk as a baby, where when we were babies, we didn't know how to walk. We didn't know how to pick stuff up. We would knock it over and all this kind of stuff. And as we got older, we learned how to coordinate our will with execution of what we want. Where I want to pick up the sage, we go and pick it up. I want to walk, and eventually you start walking. Johanna Garza, Joanna, says, hi, I subscribe. Well, thank you so much. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Devin, by the way. What's up, everybody? Scorpion Gang, how was it? Today, is your day good? I am having a wonderful day, man. But no, when you think about your being, your mind, body, and spirit, like a heat-seeking missile, when you put in the goal, you can think of it like a prompt. You want something. You have a vision. And you think from that target point. Like a heat-seeking missile. It knows where it wants to go. Knowing where you want to go is all you have to do. And imagine that you can just let go. And your mind and body cooperates to get with itself and with the world to get you to that point. You don't have to try. You don't have to put in all sorts of effort. You see what I'm saying? Like, effort and trying is what gets in the way of the natural automatic way of our mind and body that gets us to where we want to go. Like, imagine that. Imagine a goal you have. All you have to do is to stop fucking trying to make it happen and to trust that your mind and body is intelligent enough to know how to get you there. And imagine you have a goal, but rather than believing that you can get there, you start feeding in all this information. Oh, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to be able to get there. I'm not good enough. It's not going to work out. I don't think it can happen. Your body and mind follow suit with that energy. Your body seeks out evidence to back up and embrace and to justify what you're telling yourself. So if you're sitting there saying, I have a goal, but I don't think it's ever going to happen, you're going to find every single way to not make it happen. Whoever's in this live stream, subscribe. Thank you so much, bro. Faraz says hello. Do I know Killdozer? I do not. Coraline Lewis Pines says hello. What's up? Essa World did the Pinocchio thing, like I'm lying or something. What's your favorite color and what's your least favorite color? I don't have a favorite color. Or a least favorite color. Maya Lunsing says hi. What's up, Maya? How are you? My name is Devin. It's nice to meet you. I did a chat about why some of us look east for the answers when leaving a previous belief system and looking for their spiritual path. The core fundamental principle behind this two and its comparisons, the Eastern versus Western philosophy. Oh, excuse me. Do you have COVID? You don't look well. Shit, what's going on, man? I'm one of those individuals, Squirrel Sniper, where I see you can project, Larry. I shouldn't. No, I'm one of those people that, as a Westerner, I didn't look to the East. I discovered the East. You know, I got into psychedelics, and that kind of led me to Ram Dass and Alan Watts, which led me to the East. And I started to realize, oh my God, this shit makes a world of a difference and a world more sense than the traditional half-assed Christianity that typical American lives their life by. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, I found an incredible wealth of wisdom in the East. And that's interesting to imagine that somebody from the East looks to the West, you know? What religion are you, says Chloe Scott. I am not any religion. I think religions are awesome. They're like fingers pointing to the moon, but I'm not in a religion. I don't belong to any particular religion. Are you political? What do you mean? Do I have beliefs and stances on like how I want the world to be run and shit, and society and the economy? Yeah. Why, may I ask? Because I don't see any real meaning for me in believing in a religion. You know, it kind of seems like eating one food for the rest of my life. You know, I don't see any use in saying I am a Christian or I am a Hindu or I am a Muslim. So would you say you're a man of science? No. I mean, I appreciate science, but I am deeply, deeply spiritual. I believe in God, but do I think it's Jesus or Allah or Shiva? No. I mean, God is. All those beings I just listed are avatars, you know? Well, Jesus loves you. So are you a Christian, Chloe? Do you believe Jesus was a real human? For sure. God is. There is no what. Just is. Just like you are. You are. This moment is. Like, isn't it really cool to think that we're all just on the earth somewhere? You see what I'm saying? He was real, but not a god. I completely believe that Jesus Christ possessed miraculous abilities. And I believe that very well he could have been the son of a virgin and all these things. I completely believe in all this kind of stuff. I just don't belong somewhere in them, you see? I was raised Catholic, but now I am agnostic. Is agnostic the one where you say you don't know? Which one is that again? Have you heard the glass jar and the dust as ego that just needs a clean versus clean V, the broken jar that needs exterior savior? No, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but it sounds interesting. Sweet dollar tea from McDonald's. I saw a goddess. Nyx in a dream. What is that? That's atheist. Oh, is agnostic atheist? Or what? Yeah, what are you responding to, Chloe? Yes, it's saying you don't know, so you're kind of neutral. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm that. I mean, see, there's a beautiful interview of the psychologist Carl Jung, who is like a 50% of like the backbone of modern psychology, at least in America or whatever. There's a video of him saying, "Do you believe in?" or somebody asking him, "Do you believe in God?" And Carl Jung thinks for a second and he says, "I don't have to believe in God because I know God." And that's where I stand too. I don't have to belong to a religion or prove to you that God is real, you know? Like, it's like you don't have to prove to somebody that your name is what it is. You just know that's your name. And they could say, "That's not your name, that's not your name." You see what I'm saying? But it's like, no, that's my name. And you don't need to argue in that department, you know? God knows how many hairs on your head. You don't know God. Chloe, okay, so what if I told you you are God? And everything is God. There's nothing that isn't God. Why would God be separate from its creation? You see what I'm saying? This corny child. I'm not. Everything is not a God. So to me, the universe is God itself. You are assuming creation. That's an interesting point. Holy shit, what's up, Sonia? How are you, homie? For real, how are you doing? You are not a God. Not a God. You are the God. God is existence itself. Creation itself. The creator and the created are not separate. It's all one. All one. Again, you are assuming creation. That's okay. You know? Are you coming from a non-dual perspective, Sean? Who created the earth? It's not who, it's what. Really think about it. Like, I absolutely believe in a higher power or a higher being, you know, than what created the earth. I don't think it's, to me, those kinds of questions, the Big Bang, those kinds of questions are like a video game, a character in a video game wondering who programmed it. You see? Like, that, the answer to that question, Chloe, is meta to our minds. We can't fathom something out beyond that. Like, when you think of what's the meaning of life, man? What if life is beyond the idea of a meaning? The Christ is inside of each of us. We are all fractals of Source, the creator, the architect, the most divine. Yes, exactly. It's not okay. If you're saying you know God and that's predicated on creation, you have to prove creation first. Did I say that the reason I know God is because of creation? No. I just believe in God, bro. Or know God. To me, God is a reality. And that's the fun part is about like duality, is it doesn't have to be a reality to you for it to be a reality for me. You know? I mean, when you really think about it, like, let's get real for a moment. Do you really think all of this is just a chemical oopsie daisy? Do you think everything is predetermined? Yes and no. Both of them. You guys are probably going to hate me as I continue on. The meaning of life is to go and proclaim the gospel to other nations. That's the meaning of the Christian meaning of life. God created it with his voice. I like the sound of that. That's beautiful. Another internet queer. I am whatever you need me to be, Michael Voss. God created the world with his voice. I like the sound of that. That's beautiful. No, man, keep going with what you were saying. What was I saying? I'm responding to chats now. I already forgot. Yeah, God might just be the never-ending energy that gives everything life. Not a whoopsie daisy, but rather an outcome based upon various selection pressures. So, we don't know, Sean. We don't know if there's no God or an almighty creator. We don't know that. I don't know if you're coming from like a strictly scientific, yeah, we do. We don't. That's a news flash on your end, man. To say we do know. No, we don't. The most renowned physicists and scientists and astronomers or astrophysicists don't know. You see what I'm saying? We don't know, bro. We don't know what reality is. That's why we're fucking researching it. We haven't found out. We haven't found it out. I figured it out. I figured out what's going on here. That'd be on headlines everywhere if we knew. We have theories and repeatable patterns, you know, and concepts of what things are. We don't know what the fuck this is, bro. We just popped out of nowhere. And to proclaim that you know is the same thing as a Christian saying, I know, it's Jesus. You see what I'm saying? Please go read Psalm 91 in the Bible. If I did have a Bible with me, I would, Chloe. You deny him because you hate him and don't want to be held accountable to him. We know absolutely nothing, and I think that's beautiful and so weird that we argue the hardest about the topic that we know the least of. Exactly, dude. Exactly. And what is Planck time? I've heard of that before, but I don't remember what that is. I'm talking about how all of this is how it is now. And see, that's also, as you go into talking about physics and senses and biology and neurology and how light affects this, and like that's all an idea. That's somebody's concept, and it makes sense. That's all it is. A lot of us, the only thing that we like, for a lot of us, the only thing we need to believe something is that it makes sense. What's up, Noah? How are you doing, man? I'm doing wonderful, bro. Having a good one. Hanging out on my live stream. My name is Devin, by the way, if you're new here. I run the YouTube channel Northwood Shaman, where I talk about like spirituality and self-transformation and this kind of stuff. And yeah, every Thursday I go live and hang out with the homies. This is a good live, by the way. A bunch of new people pulling up. And I love this topic, by the way, talking about God and reality and shit. Planck time is anything before the singularity. Okay, so yeah, Planck time is the I don't know. There's a quote that says, give us one miracle and we'll explain the rest. And that's what we've done. We don't know what, like, where the singularity came from and what medium the singularity took place in. It's all theory, bro. It's called the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang came from the singularity theory. We don't know this shit. You see? You know the chaos theory starts out as the very start. Okay, I got a really interesting... I was listening to Alan Watts the other night, and hi, mama, my beautiful mother. Of course, I don't know before it. However, you don't know either, but you keep saying God. Yeah, and that's okay, man. Like, that's what makes sense to me. Why the fuck not God? It literally doesn't feel true to me to imagine that this is this is just physics and science and shit. Because the way my mind functions is, what is that? There's no way to me at all that this experience is a meaningless cosmic accident. No fucking way. No way in my mind that that's possible. And see, that's just where the difference... Wait, is Sequin Death here? Yo, Shachi, you made it! Oh my god. It's so good to see you. Chloe says, please take my side. I appreciate you, Chloe, but... God, Jesus wouldn't want his disciples to fucking worship his life and his story. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really think these saints and these gods were that arrogant and closed-minded? You have to do it this way and this way only. No, bro. Humans are fucking twisted and one-pointed and closed-minded, you know? And we pick something that makes sense for us and deny everything else. Incredulity is a terrible reason to be a theist with somebody that believes in God. Mom, thank you so much. My mom just donated me $5. What? So the evidence that you have that God doesn't exist, Sean, is that you don't know. So you're not gonna like bother believing a God because you don't know. You believe that it doesn't exist, right? I've had like direct experiences in my life that point to something so unfathomably bigger than the story of that science builds for us. So many unexplainable experiences in my life that point to something bigger than that. You know? God is like a personal reality. It's a personal experience. You know? Same here, bro. Brian Driver. Carl says, hi, man. What's up, bro? Jesus is a lot different than we are raised to know. I completely agree. I was seeking all over and had incredible prayers answered. God is definitely personal. I completely agree. God is no further than your very feeling of existing right now. I want you to understand my side of the story. I feel you, Chloe. I feel you. And see, I'm not anti-religion either. Because I believe in God that is outside of like a religion, it doesn't mean I don't believe in the Christian God and the Islamic God and the Hindu God. You see what I'm saying? I'm here for all of it, bro. And I don't know. In the same way Sean doesn't know. But I'm not sitting here saying because I don't know, I don't think there's a God. No, I don't know, and I also feel like there's no way God doesn't exist, right? Personal experience, but you're saying earlier God is everywhere. I should be able to have the same experiences as you or somewhere. Yet I do not. Good question. Well, the way I think about it like this. I think God is everywhere, and that's a subjective experience to me. Imagine I see God as the air and the fucking universe itself. From my vantage point, God is all around you. You just don't see it. But it's subjective, and that's where things get tricky. Is because you don't see God everywhere. You don't believe in God, so you don't see it. I can just tell you're from Venice Beach. God should be objective. No. What do you mean by objective? All that's happening is subjective perception of reality. Everything is subjective. We can't see the objective, you know? Tell me the last thing that you experienced that was objective. You see what I'm saying? It's all reality. If there is an objective reality, it's spun through your subjectivity. Your eyes, your mind, your relative vantage point. He exists regardless of belief. That's objective. Well, that's my... Wait, he exists regardless of belief. That's objective. You think when I say God, I'm talking about a dude up in the sky, don't you? Is that what you think I think God is? Are you thinking of a guy with a big white beard sitting on the clouds, bro? Oh, GT, what's up, bro? I can just tell you're from Toronto. I can just tell you're from LA. A Jesus or a Buddha are just men, in my opinion. Men that found access/connection to their true selves. Know thyself. Look inward. The kingdom of God is within you. I fuck with that, 100%. Most based take on religion I've heard. Pretty much how I feel, and it's hard to talk around others that follow strict religion because I don't know what I believe. What does based mean again? I can't tell if that's an insult or a compliment. I knew it at one point, but I don't remember anymore. Jesus did say he is the way, the truth, and the life. that no one comes to the Father but through him. God essence is everywhere in all creation, but how do we know the Creator? I also feel humans wrote down what he said. You guys know the game Telephone, where there's a line of people and the person at the front whispers something into the other person's ear, and then when you get to the end person, the statement is completely fucking different. It's because you misconstrue, you mishear it, you misinterpret it, and next thing you know, you're saying what you think is the gospel, but God, if he was still here, would be going, Jesus, fuck, that's what you think I said, bro? That's what you're telling everybody? That's not what I meant. What happened? Why'd my feed get religious? That's funny, bro. Because religion got brought up in the chat. Later, Devin. Take care, my friend. Much love, Squirrel Sniper. Are you actually the most whimsical wizard? Oh my god, I always wanted to meet you. Here I am, bro. Based in reality. Oh, no shit. That's cool. It'd be arrogant to say any of us know more than any other what happens when we die. Exactly. We all don't know, and we all kind of make it up. We stick with what feels right. It's Jesus or nothing, because I've read that God is a jealous God, and if you're going to be in his camp, then there is no other God but him. That's us. The Bible was propaganda for King David. I don't know much about Christianity. But what if I died before? What, you mean like had a near-death experience or something? Yeah, I cast silverware in the microwave. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that stuff. It's the people that are wrong. It's explained in Islam what it's like after you die. Yeah, I feel like every religion generally explains what it's like to die. God's more than a jealous God. That's his name. I sent you the bathwater. Thank you for this. I've been waiting, man. How long is the shipping going to be? I cast wet socks. Chloe, yo, please don't delete my comments. I'm not, and nobody here is. So basically what you're telling me is when we die, we just go back into the ground. Do you think that's what I believe? I don't believe that, by the way. I believe in either merging back into a sort of totality, where like we talk about wanting to reunite with loved ones, you know? Hold on, Jay, I'll tell you in a second, bro. We talk about like when we die, we want to reunite with loved ones. But what if we return to a place where we don't have to reunite with the loved ones because we're already together? It's not about meeting in the physical form. You see what I'm saying? Imagine going to a place where you don't need to meet your loved one because you're already together and you always have been. What's this channel about? Jay Chang, what's up, bro? My name is Devin. Yeah. What's this Northwood Shaman? That's my username. And I run the YouTube channel, Northwood Shaman. I teach about spirituality and self-transformation and psychology and manifestation and all that fun stuff. And yeah, every Thursday I go live on YouTube and hang out and meet new beautiful people like yourself and basically talk about whatever the hell comes up. Right now we're on a really deep train talking about God. I hope Sean didn't fucking leave, bro. He did. I won't bother anybody with my personal experience, but I trust my heart. I don't trust the world. I can't, since I've seen too much evil in it. I tend to trust my heart more than the world too. Chloe, reincarnation very well could be the case. What happens to the trees once it dies? Okay, so that's a good question. It returns to the earth, but you can't account for the spirit that it has. You don't even know if it's there or not. And that's the same thing with human beings as well. Is a soul physical? Or does it animate the body? You think about when you see somebody, when you go to an open casket funeral, you know damn well that body right there isn't who you loved. What you loved has left. And the body's still there. So where the fuck did they go? What is it that you loved? Was it the electrical impulse that made their body do shit? What was their personality? What was all that you loved? Now you're looking at a body that's it's been preserved with all these chemicals, but sooner or later it's gonna rot back into the earth. That body was nothing more than a vessel for what it is that you loved. So to say what happens to the trees once it dies and to equate that to us and you're not accounting for the spirit that's looking out of the eyes of you right now. You don't know what's going to happen to you. Your body's going to return to earth and feed the soil, but you don't know what's going to happen to you, bro. Lights out, maybe. Reincarnation, maybe, and you wouldn't be able to tell. Reincarnation would be like this, where you don't remember one before it and you don't remember what's coming. You could go to another dimension. You never know, man. Sonia, bro, what's happening? I have no idea. What did Sonia say? We are all energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. I completely agree. Can you please put me up there to talk to you? I got cheated on. I'm 21, but sound 10 because of a disability. What do you mean put you up there? And I'm so sorry to hear that you got cheated on. That's horrible. What is hell to you? Like, what is it? Hell is a state of consciousness. It's a state of mind. What is base reality in your opinion? Reality without thinking. I think my new wizard friend casted ghosting on me. No, there's just a lot of chats right now, and I'm having a hard time reading everyone. Hockey Kid said, shut up, bro. That doctor left my room and refused to come back even if he... Wait. Okay, look at it this way. I told the doctor word for word what he told my mom, which I could not have known, that I was standing next to them and my body was on the 4th floor. No shit, man. Wait, so you had a out-of-body or a near-death experience? Eric Boy says, you smell nice. And then Name said, how can you smell him through your phones? Oh, yeah, you were responding to him. Sean, yo, you're still commenting. No, I'm here. I replied, scroll back. Hold on, Sean. Give me a second, bro. I'm glad you're still here. No, dude, I don't see it. The last one I saw is how you were describing objectivity. I didn't see anything after that. Hockey Kid said, you're so annoying. Here, I'll help you out. I'm going to block you, brother. Hide user on this channel. See, it's that simple. Imagine staying somewhere that bothers you. Imagine fucking sitting in the fire and going, oh, it's so fucking hot, man. But I'm going to stay here. Imagine just being a judgmental bully, you know? Like where you spend your time sitting there, oh, you're so fucking annoying. Even though I could be doing millions of other things with my life, you know? Yeah, Sean, I'm not seeing it, man. I don't know if you said anything else. Devin working overtime tonight. I know. I am so glad I came back to the iPhone for the lives, to be honest. That live stream on my PC was fun, but I love meeting new people like this. This is fucking sick. Assuming the mind is an antenna and consciousness is like a frequency, it would make sense Jesus saying, I am the way, as Jesus would be experiencing himself as the frequency, aka consciousness, not the antenna mind like the rest of us. And also when he says, I am the way, what if he's saying to a bunch of people that aren't doing what he's doing, he's saying, this is the way, what I am doing, right? And not saying, follow me, but saying, do it yourself, you know? Okay, Sean, I got this. I was saying that I think you believe there's a supernatural agent that is responsible for the creation of the material world, not some dude that lives on the sky. Okay, sick. That's such a bland way to describe it. A supernatural agent. But yeah, that's my mom, by the way, the spiritual witch. She's a beautiful being. And yeah, I guess you could say that's what I believe in, that there's a supernatural agent that is responsible for the creation of the material world. Not only the material world, but like, I believe this is all that supernatural agent. Like God's not exterior to the creation. You see what I'm saying? Like this is all that supernatural agent to me. Not one thing I see is devoid of God. I don't think God is a being or an entity or something somewhere. I think reality itself is spirit. Everything is one. Sabek. He is saying he is the way to God. Only through him can we get to God with our prayers. Only through him can we be saved. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, bro. Let's go one step further. When you see atheists and agnostics, what do you think of them? It's completely up to their discretion to determine what they think reality is, because we're all over here not knowing what the fuck's going on. Okay, that agent would exist objective regardless of whether you believe in it or not. I think that's kind of like what belief is. Like for me right now, like God exists even though you don't think he does or it does. That's another thing, is I don't think God is a he or a she or whatever, you know? That agent would exist objectively regardless of whether you believe in it or not. Yeah, and I mean reality exists whether you believe in it or not, and that's what I think God is reality itself. You see what I'm saying, bro? I believe he was pointing to the power being within us. I completely agree. One is a good name. That plant high-fiving the window. That plant it's smeared up against the window, bruh. It can't do anything else. It has nothing to do with your subjective interpretation of it. So, you want to know what that makes me think of? That science and physics is a subjective interpretation of it. We're all in the same boat, bro. You know, there's a book if you wanted to stop making stuff up. Little toilets. Uttered little toilet. That one random piano dude says, hello, what's up, bro? Brain is beautiful. What's up, bro? Science is not subjective, it's demonstrated, but it can be perceived in a myriad of different ways as to why things happen. You see what I'm saying? This stuff is so hard to describe, man. Like science has no authority in speaking on God. They're just talking about God's video game, you know? And talking about how it works, and when you drop something it goes down, and it's because it's a huge mass and it pulls everything to the center, and when this chemical interacts with this chemical it has a chemical reaction that makes this chemical, and we're just observing the physical world. Prove something wrong. What do you mean? We can't prove anything to each other, bro. That's how belief works. It's a wall. I believe that God exists and you don't, and I'm probably not going to convince you that God exists, and you're probably not going to convince me God doesn't exist. That's just the way it works, you know? And I think I'm right and you think you're right. Like, it's as simple as that. And like, my comments are coming in mixed up. I feel like it might have something to do with just how busy the chat is, bro. But Sean, I appreciate you actually keeping up. James Webb's telescope is embarrassing science claims as we speak. Yeah, right. That's interesting. Today is my birthday. I have a runny nose. Shit, blow that shit, bro. Happy birthday. Calibration. Another unemployed guy going through an existential crisis. Oh, shit. You got me. You got me. Do you believe in LGBTQ rights? Yeah, fuck yeah. Absolutely. Your beautiful face. I can prove 2 + 2 = 4. Calibration. What is this? I just joined. What's up, bro? My name is Devin. I'm live streaming. We're talking about God and science and shit right now. Your mind, you must wake it up. It's my 19th birthday today. Hell yeah, bro. Happy 19th, man. Is this live? Yes. Mimi reacts. Yes, we're live right now, bro. I don't think anyone believes or can even define what LGBTQ rights even are. I bet people can define that. We are from an Alpha Centauri and Zeta Reticulum. What is your preferred CC pistol. I don't know what that is. I feel like it's not good. Do the roar. Oh God. I need another beer. EJ says, hi, what's good, man? You must tend to the mind or weeds will grow. I love that, man. That's good. If Jesus is experiencing himself as consciousness itself, then he is the way. If that makes sense. Yes, it does. If you are consciousness, you would say to go through me. I would imagine it would be a hard concept. No, dude, that makes complete sense. Scotty Manley says, where do you live? I'm not telling you. It can only be experienced. I completely agree. I am. Do you think I ever gave a damn what a doggy thinks? I am agnostic and believe in mainly science, and just want to say you are the best because you're saying that it's our choice. It completely is your choice, man. Northwest Vietnam. What is this stream about? What's up, Scuba? This stream is basically about anything we make it about. You know? Right now we're kind of talking about God and religion, spirituality, and if God exists, and science and shit. But it's basically revolved around just like psychology and science and spirituality and self transformation and self development and this kind of stuff. Oh no, bro! Hold on, I'm gonna block this guy. Give me a second. Wait, is he gone? Yeah, there he goes. Oh God, look at all these 67 people. What is this? Hold on, let me block him too. This is why I love going live from my iPhone so much. Do you support gay love? Because I'm gay. Rock on, man. Gay it up. Gonna turn... Oh no, what are these 67 homies? I want to know what it means. What means? Bro can't stand that 67. I know, right? I might as well just let him rip, bro. What does 67 mean? Just look it up, bro. I don't even know. It's something to do with live streaming, I think. Shachi, you're still here, bro. Oh my God, I'm gay too. Hell yeah, let's go. What are you laughing at? Oh my God, my parents are gay. I support. I don't know what 67 is, and I'm too lazy to find out. Same, bro. Scotty said, roses are red, violets are blue. What's coming next? Oh my God, my parents are gay. I support. Hello from Argentina. What's up, man? Turning into a snail right now. Say goodbye. See you, bro. Goodbye. I feel like people want God to come down and hug them like, bro, do a lot of psychedelics, and if you still don't believe, I don't know what to say, but if you're morally good, it doesn't matter. That's a very sound stance. Fucking rock on, bro. It's lit in here. I know, it's going fucking crazy. I love the YouTube lives, man, coming from my phone. I already love you. You're such a vibe. Thank you so much, Tegan. I appreciate you, for real, bro. God is gay. Imagine that. It's a basketball reference, the 6'7" thing. Is it really? I didn't know that. God is a woman. I'm only half gay. God didn't even bless me with the full gay. I think we're all kind of half gay. Come on, bro. Get real. God is a black woman. I believe in science. To be honest, while not a bad approach, after COVID, it's a hollow virtue signal. I know, science kind of did us dirty. Well, that's different than science. That's just fucking control and propaganda and shit in the name of science, you know? What are your thoughts about transgenderism people? I think it's sad that people they feel that they can't honor the body that they were born in. I think it's sad that, imagine being in a body that you feel is not who you are. You see? I have empathy for that. And if converting to a different religion or gender or changing your body is what makes you feel better, do it. But from where I stand, you were given the body you were to fucking rock that shit and be that, you know? But if that doesn't sit well with you, become what you need to become and call yourself what you need to call yourself and identify yourself as what you need to identify yourself in order to feel whole and serene, you know? Everyone's feeling funny tonight. Nice. Sonia, how are you doing? I'm so glad you're still here. Drinks water, Cutley. God is Muslim. My turn. Do you think that getting tattoos is honoring your body? Oh God, don't bring us on that talk, dude. That's interesting. I don't feel like this is dishonoring my body at all. Not at all, bro. But people put it on LaMelo Ball has. I mean, I'm comfortable. Honestly, I'm comfortable as a guy, but I always wonder would it be like as the other gender. I think that's a completely normal thought, you know. Will you be on in an hour? I want to come back to you, baddie. I don't know if I'll be back in an hour. Doing okay. I'm glad to hear, Sonia, for real. God is a trans blonde gay black woman. Get it right. Sorry, you're right. Got it. If I wasn't broke, I'd tattoo myself up like a canvas. What would be your first tattoo, Kyle? Will you be on in an hour? Did you say that again? Jeez, bro. We do too to have a piece. What do you mean? Jesus Christ died for you. Put your faith in him to live forever. Are you trans? Says Phil McCracken. No, I'm not, dude. You are very friendly. Thank you, Carly Jane. Do you bring people on to talk? Can I do that? Hold on. No, I can't, bro. Or I don't know how to. There's no way I can do this on my phone right now. Roxana sent a gift. Hell yeah, I don't know what that meant, but let's go. Maybe one of the trees I drew as well. Oh, maybe my version of a yin and yang. Dude, so this is the only tattoo I have right now. The next tattoo that I want to get, I'm a Pisces, and I want to get the Pisces symbol is two fish, like swirling together. And I want to get that with the yin yang symbol incorporated into it. What is this gift, bro? Thank you, Mom. Look up Romans 5:8. I can't, bro. I'm streaming. What do you think of HPPD? I think if you take a lot of psychedelics rapidly for the first time ever and you kind of binge them, there can be a rebound effect where it's not like you're stuck on it, but your senses got so spun out, you know, from doing those things. You need PC to add people. Oh shit, I could stream on my PC, but no, I think your senses can get so spun out so quickly that it can take a second to kind of come back down, and you never really forget what you saw and what you experienced, you know. And I think it's kind of like a sensual imprint, you know. And it's not like you see that shit forever, but I've experienced that stuff where, you know, weeks after my first couple acid trips, I would it would look like things are like being weird, or I see flashes of light in a dark room, or shuddering images where it looks like trails follow me all of a sudden. But it's not forever, you know, and it just kind of changes the way you perceive things, you know. That's really funny, Shooter McGavin. Are you living your life with Jesus' words in your heart? I bet you I am more than some that call themselves Christians, and I'm not even Christian. God is not one religion. We have created the religion. It's all basically the same preachings everywhere. Fuck yeah, Shachi. You look exact. I don't know about that. I did that with mushrooms once. You remind me of my sociology professor. That's hilarious. Why? Took way too many my first time. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of us do that. Do you have a name or category to briefly elucidate your belief system? Um, a lot, dude. Okay, so a lot of what builds my belief system is uh Eastern spirituality and philosophy. Hinduism, Buddhism, Zen, Taoism, um, and just general inquiry into consciousness and self inquiry. That if you look into Hindu saints and Hindu teachers and Zen Buddhism and Tantric Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism and all this stuff, that's where you're gonna start to find out why I am the way I am. You know what I mean? Like I'm a weird hybrid. You know, Carl Jung. What about Carl Jung? I haven't studied a lot of Carl Jung. I heard he's said some cool shit though. When you say trails and light, you probably have visual snow syndrome. No, it's not like that. No, it's not constant. It's so hard to explain, you know? Psychedelics do things that I don't think we understand at all. I got visual HPPD that messes with my vision. Been over a year. Only got that after tripping acid for a year. No shrooms. Shrooms never gave me HPPD. You think I should try shrooms again to fix it? Nope. Don't take more psychedelics to counteract the effects of other psychedelics. If you're experiencing HPPD-like symptoms, don't take more psychedelics. Give it some time. Your voices are a bit similar and your cadence are both pretty chill. Oh, yeah. To your sociology professor. Send us a chat before you break through. I'm gonna smoke some salvia, baby. Oh shit. What is HPPD? HPPD means hallucinogenic perception persisting disorder. It's kind of a fucking mouthful, and it's a sort of pseudo illness. It's this. Many people report after taking psychedelics of residual visual stuff. I've experienced it a little bit, a lot of people have. There's somebody in the chat that's experienced it. And yeah, it's not really fully well understood at all. Mac, how are you even typing? What is Mac doing? Wait, Mac, you're fucking kidding me right now. Womp, womp, womp. I only took one big hit, his whole face off. What are you talking about, man? Only one hit, dude. Deem a lot. Mac, what are you on right now, bro? Are you on something? Sonny, you going to bed? Have a beautiful stream as ever. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful night's rest. Bro, I do 5 hits to break through now. Are you on DMT right now, bro? One time I turned into the space bar on a keyboard. Yeah, you've definitely fucking been with the old Sally D, bro. That's hilarious. I've never done that. Are you in the waiting room? Dude. HPPD wouldn't be a pseudo illness. That's damage. What do you mean? Maybe that's a weird way to describe it, but it's not like a clinically diagnosable thing, I don't think. DMT is sacred, baby. Yeah, I agree. I can wipe my own ass. Congratulations, Tosaka. It took weeks upon weeks before I stopped having secondary trips or weird moments. What do you mean by weird moments? Yeah, just one hit is just my hearing sounds kind of weird. That's so funny, man. What, do you have a pen? Do you have a little cart, DMT cart, bro? I've been working with Changa a lot more recently. That's funny, man. Carts are stronger, the stuff I get. It's concentrated. Well, it better be. I love this vibe. Hell yeah. Andy, are you just pulling up, Andy? We're kind of shifting gears a little bit, starting to talk a little bit about psychedelics. Now somebody's asking me if I rock climb. No, I don't. The idea of it is fucking awesome, but I don't think I'd ever really get into it. Changa, the skate place? No, Changa is a herbal blend with DMT in it. Hey guys, I'd like to discuss controversial politics and religion. Who is the best god? Nah, I'm joking. Hi. Hey man, that's what we're here to do, is just talk about shit. Changa, it's a mush. What do you mean? No, that's chaga. That must last years. I've been here in the back for a while. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Illicit substances would be used to study it. That would make it pretty difficult for solid evidence. What are you referring to? Do you guys ever worry about bone worms? They're worms that I imagined, and they tunnel in your bones and eat them until they're hollow and they just start breaking. What? I've never even fucking heard of that, bro. Dude, my cats are being mad cute right now. I would randomly get panickingly thinking I was back in the bad trip. Objects stop being recognizable slightly. Yeah, psychedelics do very powerful and strange things to our consciousness, and they're not, you don't do them to get messed up and have a good time, because then you can end up like that, where things are weird and you're not too sure what things are anymore, and you see shit, and psychedelics unravel you a bit. Have you ever, or do you ever want to grow facial hair? I have, but I have a red beard that doesn't look good. I look kind of like an Abraham Lincoln a little bit. Your voices are a bit similar. Dude, why did you just type that same shit again, bro? Are you guys all AI? Are you all bots? Jesus loves you. Let's go. Do you play any video games? I play one video game, and the only video game I play is PUBG. Like, straight up. Diggs and Yas. Yeah, shit, bro. New free unlocked. Bone. Oh, fear is probably what you meant. I know, fuck bone worms, bro. I did Changa before. It makes my stomach feel weird. It gives me fucking butterflies in my stomach like crazy. I feel bugs under my skin. I have to dig them out. What you think about turning to Jesus to get on the straight and narrow? What does that mean? I only do it to talk to the light people. That was 10 years ago. I like to joke about it. Never touch it again. Nice, man. Nice. I mean, does it still happen? MK Ultra and acid. LSD. Go. What do you mean go? Like, talk about it? I'm the AI that will be the end of humanity. Timesley, what's good, bro? Why you always changing your name, man? I can't spell, sorry, you're good. Bro, embrace the ginger. I can't. I like the shaved look. I literally just shaved today, too. Sydney Hunt said, hello, good to see you. Not looked in a few years. Always enjoyed your trip reports. All the best, buddy, from the UK. No shit, dude. That's funny. You've been around for a minute, haven't you? I haven't posted any trip reports in a long time. Oh my God. Dropping some crazy shit, bro. English turned to hieroglyphics and I forgot my own name. I spent 4 hours just trying to not get sick from the internal dialogue chatter that wasn't making sense anymore. Yeah, you had a hardcore experience, man. That's the shit that can happen. For real. Perception is a wild thing. Hey, remember me? Yes, I do. It's been far too long, bro. Yo, by the way, guys, I have a Discord community. If any of you like this vibe and you like what we talk about, and you've liked what's going on tonight, I have a Discord community with like 15 other people right now. I just made it a couple weeks ago, and it's steadily growing. And yeah, if you want to join that shit, go onto my YouTube channel, and at the top you'll see a bunch of links. Click the links. You'll see one that says Join the Inner Shift Society. Click that shit, and it'll bring you to a page. You add your email, and then it brings you to the Discord. It's like a private, exclusive community. Not anybody can just join, you know? But yeah, dude, if you guys, we talk about all this kind of stuff constantly, you know? I'm trying to poop and I almost passed out pushing it. Man, he can get you on the straight and narrow. He can turn you from the follower of Sodom to on the straight and narrow. What you think about turning to Jesus to become straight and narrow? It sounds like fucking lyrics, bro. How old are you? I am 37. I'm just kidding. I'm 24. It was wild. I still like telling people, and some people don't believe me. No, I completely believe you, bro. Had the entire ego death. Hell yeah. And this was from Acid. Who is your favorite music artist? I don't have a favorite music artist right now. Walnuts, why the fuck would you just randomly type? I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, but this one's on you. Shit, man. What did Max say? Yeah, Walnuts. You ask, like, he jokingly said that, but, like, why would you drop that in the chat, bruh? Wait, what was that? I saw a comment. Sorry, I was on a road trip for a long time, and we have been there for a long time. Hell yeah, dude. Where'd you go? Perception can literally change your reality. 100%. Perception is reality, bro. That's so cool. Yeah, Maria or Maria. Where'd you go, man? He thinks this is therapy. Well, I don't know. If he feels this is a safe space to share it, don't judge him and bully him about it, you know? It is a wild space to share something like that. I will say that, but don't make it worse. This is therapy. I don't get why you would joke about being dude at this point. Times, like, what are you talking about? Maria said hi, thank you. Hey, Sean, you're still here. I don't buy this claim of ego death. If you ask anyone about their politics or morals before and after this death supposedly took place, they are practically the same. Yeah, but I've had ego death. It's not like you are enlightened forever. You know what I mean? You still come down, but to me, ego death is seeing beyond the veil of a subjective identity. You are just awareness. No name, no conceptual self or identity structure. You just are. And like, if there's anything I can't describe to you, Sean, it's ego death. You're not Sean. If that's your name, you're not. That's not who you are, Sean. So what's the purpose of this death? What if there's not a point to it? What if it's just something that can happen in the same way, like, shit's just no purpose and no meaning and it's all just stuff that happens, you know? That's how ego death can feel. You don't know what the fuck the point of it is. You see? It's not something you just choose to happen. I feel like it's kind of this place you get into by doing certain things, whether that's psychedelics or meditating, or sometimes it can happen from, like, a really traumatic experience. You know what I mean? Not everything needs a purpose. Exactly. It's not about what's the point or the purpose of it. You know? It's like seeing a beautiful sunset and then somebody being like, yeah, but what's the point of that? You know? Brain damage can happen, right? Seems there needs to be a risk reward taking place. All you're describing is risk. Well, the reward is seeing that you're not your fucking thoughts. You're not who you think you are. You're not your sob story and your trauma and your pain. And you're not the limited self-structure of mind and thought that you've created. You know, you're everything. You are existence itself. That's the reward, is realizing that life is a fucking magical dream. A magical, ineffable miracle that you are. You are it. You're not separate from it. You're not this little myopic individual that thinks you're your name and your story and your job and your relationships and your pain and your money, and you are not that. That's ego. Ego death means you realize you are not that, but you still are. You see? Like, yo, Aurora Boris, what's good, bro? I love seeing your comments, man. We had such a good chat that one time. How are you? How have things been? We are the universe looking at itself, for sure. The reward is seeing things for how they really are. Yeah, dude, I completely agree. I completely agree. And that will make Sean lose his fucking mind because I was saying everything is subjective, but now I'm saying that in ego death you see things sort of objectively. I'm not a neat and tidy thinker. What do you think happens after death? I don't know. I think something happens, and I have no idea what. Sorry, I didn't get it. You said how old you are. I'm 24. The rule, yeah. Buddhism is the closest to the truth. I'm not religious, but studied all. Buddha said he didn't know what happens, but he said we go back to the universe, source, and reborn, and I think he was spot on. Very well could be. The Buddha also talks about anatta, which is no self, which is kind of what we're talking about right now, Sean, in regard to ego death, where, okay, so think of it like this. So the self is like when you look up at the sky and you see the Big Dipper, it looks like a form that is out there, the Big Dipper. But if you change your vantage point, the Big Dipper no longer exists. It doesn't exist anymore. The Big Dipper only exists relative to the way in which you're looking at it. There is not actually a Big Dipper out in the sky. It's the way it looks. It's the way the position of the stars looks in the sky. But when you change that vantage point just a littlest bit, no more Big Dipper. That's exactly what ego is like too, where standing in a particular place, it seems like I am so-and-so, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is where I live, this is what my life is, so on and so forth. This is my personality. But you change where you're standing consciously, you realize that self is not a concrete, solid identity, but is rather a constellation of thoughts and feelings that when you change your vantage point does not exist anymore. You see what I'm saying? It's just thoughts and feelings and sensations and all this kind of stuff. It's not a solid self. There is no concrete you. You're as real as the Big Dipper, you know? Look, man, either you get it or you don't. Just like how, I love the way you capitalize the beginning of every word. How everyone understands why some people climb mountains, some won't understand the reward of psychedelics. For sure, bro. Skin flute player, rough. I see how things... Oh, shit. Michael Loa talking up. Why the homophobia? I know, it's weird. Loya is the gayest last name ever. That's hilarious. What's the issue with that? These thoughts are always fun to turn around my brain, especially with all the stuff scientists are learning about quantum mechanics and consciousness. Yeah, see, that's cool too. Is quantum mechanics, is scientists starting to realize, oh shit, I think consciousness actually plays a part in this. Oh shit. Our perception is part of the objective reality. Tube steak. Trouser chow. I'll keep you here, Randall. I'm not even going to get rid of you, bro. You're giving me some amusing comments. I feel so good right now. My husband and I decided to leave our jobs and choose an alternative way of living. No way. We are rebuilding a camper together. You wrote it twice. That's funny. And living off the land, but no way, dude. Do you remember where you were when we talked? Homie, that's fucking awesome. Tell me that's not you going in the direction of where you want to be. That's fucking awesome. I am so happy to hear that. What's up, dog? Novocaine, what's good, bro? John Prakash said hi. What's up? Bastion says hola. What's up, bro? I'm just kidding. You're good, bro. I hope you stay for the vibes, man. Oh, God. Look what Stack said, everybody. That's good. Why doesn't the scientist trust atoms? Ooh. Mac has to be like 12. No, I don't think Mac is 12, bro. The Rex crew said hi. What's good, man? How are you? Welcome. Can you say Henry? I just said it, bro. Even if he was, so what? At least he doesn't trauma dump randomly on some guy's live stream. I mean, yeah. Like I said, if Walnuts feels that this is a safe... Walnuts, why do you feel inclined to share something like that in a live stream chat? Can you name a car for an edit? I don't know what you mean. Young Change says, check my music. Oh, shit. Young Change out here promoting himself. That's some marketing right there, brother. What happened to Walnut? He's right here, dude. Remember Soul Plane? Croyaz's DeFox says, hi. What's up, bro? Thank you. It's been so fulfilling. We always hated giving aimless jobs the most effort and putting our passions on the back burner. We are putting all that energy into a life closer to our values. I love that so much. So much. That's incredible. When I took LSD, I saw that I don't know what that means. Yo, what's good? Started following your content on Wednesday. You've got some sauce. Definitely relate to the content. Hell yeah, bro. I'm so glad you found the channel. Welcome, man. And I'm so glad you're here. I love you, says Rex Crew. How's your day? My day is wonderful. The guy looking through the window creeping me out. Imagine I giggle like that and there's like dead ass a guy looking through the window. Lights Out Story says, hey, what's up, man? Do you post scary stories on your channel? You want to know something weird about me? Is I often will put on scary stories when I'm going to bed at night. That's like being scared. I love his channel so much. I mean, I missed what he said about what happens, I guess. I don't know what you're referring to, Kyle. LMFAO didn't fall for it. I'm moving on. Who would, bro? There's somebody looking through your window, bro. Where are there so many Michaels in this chat? My name is Michael too. That's funny, man. Maria, why do they call it the Dark Ages? Because there's too much dark nights. That's kind of funny. Is that a joke? Are you telling a joke? Still live, dude. Yes, sir. Jay Chang, what's up, man? I forget what you said earlier. What are your hobbies? Well, I spend a lot of time working on YouTube, doing live streams and making videos and shorts and posts and editing. I love hanging out with my cats, going outside, hiking, cooking, cleaning, reading a little bit. I love traveling, but that's something that I can't do as often as I would like to. That's basically it, man. I spend a lot of time working on YouTube and going for nature walks and shit. You're low-key funny. Thank you. Yo, are those wooden earrings? Those are cool. Yeah, dude. Wooden studs. Sick. I love the studs look. I'm not going to get gauges, but I love the kind of gauge look. Isn't that sick? Show us your cat. All right, I'll show you my fucking cats. Or 2 of them. I have 4. Oh, here's 3 of them. There you go. There's Collie. That's Leela, my boy. And here's Arabella sleeping on my clothes pile. That's the mom cat. I have a 3rd cat. I just heard her, actually. I mean, a 4th cat, rather. 4th YouTube live rabbit hole doesn't exist. What do you mean? Dude, I'll go in the YouTube live stream sometimes, dude. They're wild. There's the 4th cat. Yang. The little white one. I love your cats. I know, dude. I love them. Monstera looking strong as hell. I know, dude. And I just saw, just yesterday, another leaf just came out and is starting to open up a bit. Well, not open up, but come out, you know? Show its head. What would you do if someone is watching this when they're 8 years old? If I knew they were 8 years old, I'd ban them. but I can't control that really. Good to find the channel. I know. I'm so glad you did, man. Can you please answer Happy Halloween? It's not Halloween anymore, bro. This is gonna be the best one of the night. Calling it. Oh shit. I hope I can live up to your expectations, Flame Up. The lives on here are funny as hell and so random. I love it. That's so funny. Dude, I know. Like, random is the perfect word for it, too. You're a pit boss. What's your cat's villain arc and backstory? What do you mean? Which cat, bro? I got 4. Dirt for days. What are you laughing at, bro? I feel like I just responded to you and I don't remember. Last dive was literally just a guy watching chat. He was chill. That's funny, man. That's funny. I know, we're probably nearing the end of my live stream now. Like a come up, a peak, and a come down. I think I'm on the come down right now. It's Thursday night. I work Monday through Thursday. I'm tired. I love my Thursdays though, getting to hang out and go live and hang out with the homies. And like every single person I see right now is completely new. I've just met you guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the vibes, man. It's like just humans being humans, and I'm so for that, right? I feel that. I have a virus. Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to this peak. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I go live every Thursday, Flame Chat, and basically just hang out. Sometimes the lives are super boring. Not even gonna lie. Only a few people show up, and it's just like hanging out, catching up, talking about a little bit of stuff. Other times the lives are like tonight, where there's just fucking people coming out of the woodworks, bro. It's great. What a beautiful soul. Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much. It takes one to know one, man. Rex Crew immediately said, I'm 8 after you said if you found you'd ban them. Really? I didn't even notice it. Rex, I am subbing. Oh, shit. Is the Rex Crew 8 years old? Yeah. You should, yeah, I don't know if you should be here. What are your tips or recommendations for someone starting a YouTube channel? Content regarding mental health and such. What a good question, man. That is something I'm so passionate about right now. It depends on really the purpose in starting your YouTube channel. I want to tell you this right off, though. You don't need a professional cinematic set to make your YouTube videos. You can just whip your phone out. For the first 5 years of my YouTube channel, I just used my iPhone. I just whipped that shit out and talked, you know? But like, your message is the most important thing, what you want to share. That's the quality. Don't worry about the editing. Don't worry as much about the thumbnails. That's a secondary thing. The first thing you should do is establish your message and establish what you want to express and share, you know? And only after you've gotten more confident and comfortable sharing your message, then start playing around with thumbnails and titles and themes to your channel and niching down and that's another thing that has to do with your intention with the channel is are you in a casual relationship with YouTube where you're just doing it for fun and to be because you're passionate about it, or are you in a committed relationship with YouTube where you're gonna show up even if you don't feel like it? Like I'm in a committed relationship with YouTube. I do 1 to 2 videos a week. I record and film videos every single weekend. I have a whole list of ideas. I record even when I don't feel like it. I edit and make videos and shorts and reels and posts and all this stuff, even if I don't feel like it. And that's the fun part is I do always feel like it. That's why it's so awesome being so passionate about it. But it's not just a thing I do on the side for fun. It's like what I do. You know what I mean? So determine if you're in a laid back casual relationship with YouTube where you'll post once a month or twice this month or not for 6 more months, you see, or if you're going to establish repetition, you know? You seem like a nice guy and open to a lot of things. However, you really need to examine your epistemology. I subbed. Maybe we can chat some more. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. And yeah, Sean, it's been really fun talking with you, bro. Thank you for the grounded, sophisticated, and formal conversation, man. I love it, and I'm all for it. And yes, I'm a whacked out dude. I'm messy. I'm a sloppy spiritualist that doesn't identify himself as anything, you know. But I'm always open for discussion, man. You know how to cook ribs and brisket? I wish. I wish we had enough subs to live so I can show somebody my animation. I gotta go. I have to go somewhere else. Maria, so much love to you. Thank you for hanging out. Facts. Trying to get the stream of conscious going. Committed long term to the career of coaching / counseling. Yes, dude. Yeah. That's such a big hurdle too, man, is getting in that flow state, you know. But if you got something you want to share and you're passionate about it and you're learned on that thing, start by, because it can also be, I don't know if you feel like it's awkward talking to the camera. That's a huge thing with a lot of people. And I started making a channel before I was thinking about the fact that I'm making a channel. So I just got so used to fucking making videos, and now it's just completely second nature. And yeah, it can be a little weird, but it's also, in a way, no different than like responding to these word comments. Like the only difference, like the comments you guys are making, there's no different. I'm talking to words and I see myself on this camera, you know? And that's the vibe, is to, you're talking to somebody. You're not talking to a camera. You're talking to your audience, your homies, the people watching the video. So don't talk to a camera like, so today we're going to be talking about mental health and, you know, like relax, lay back. How would you talk to somebody about what you want to talk about, you know? Jesus is the truth. Hell is real. We all sin. He died on the cross to pay for our sins, was buried and rose again the third day. Put your faith in him alone to save you. Trust in what he did for you. Amen. Can you give me a tour of your house? No. Got the master's almost done, so I can go professional route, but want to go coaching potentially from eventually getting YouTube clients, etc. Yes, sir. A bit uncomfortable. I've done 10 videos so far. John, I got to check you out, bro. No, and also, by the way, you are going to be incredibly credible, that's a funny choice of words, by having a master's degree in what? Psychology or therapy? That's incredible. That's incredible, bro. Bad word, F word. Yeah, you're definitely 8 years old, bro. Yes, sir, definitely natural yapping is what I'm working on, for sure, man. And also, here's a good one. Be willing to suck. You're not going to be perfect at it the second you start. And, you know, embarrassment is kind of the cost of entry. You got to be willing to look like shit before you ever expect to look good at it, you know, and it'll be really rough and it'll take you a bit to warm up, and you'll stumble over your words and it'll be weird. You won't get in the flow and you'll be judging yourself as you're talking. So today I'm going to be talking, and you get all fucking weird. It's hilarious. But be willing to make a shitty video, and it'll lower the stakes a little bit, you know, and your authentic self will be able to shine more. Good advice on the YouTube stuff. Thank you so much, man. I have to go. Bye. See you, Rex. Ryan M said hi. What's up, man? Remember all the girls on TikTok who were screaming during the minute of silence for Men's Mental Health Month? No, I do not remember that at all. I am in 2nd grade. That's insane, dude. I need to get you out of here, bro. Peter Snyder said hi. What's up, dude? No, I love YouTube, man. Absolutely. I've had a channel for, I think, close to 6 years, back in like 2019. What is it? 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah. 6 years. And within about a year, we're coming up on the 1 year mark that I've been completely dedicated. I have not missed a single week on YouTube. I've made a video every single week for almost exactly a year within the next 2 weeks or so. And the reason these live streams are happening, this is like, I go live every week. This is like week number 38 that I've been doing this. I just suddenly decided to, hey, baby. No, I suddenly just decided to start live streaming. And it's so beautiful meeting you guys and getting to know you guys and being able to. There's such a difference between watching my videos and like watching a pre-recorded video about a topic that you didn't pick versus being able to hang out in the moment, and it gives you guys insight into me, it gives me insight into you guys, and I love it, man. I love YouTube. It's like, it's genuinely my passion. It's genuinely my passion. Talking about spirituality and philosophy and psychology and self-transformation, and also just being a content creator, sharing it. What are your thoughts on Kurt Cobain as a person? I don't know, dude. He made some cool music that I like to listen to like once a year. My cat Lila drinks water so loudly. I think we're nearing the end of tonight's live stream, though. It's been a fucking whirlwind of a live stream, though. It's been very fun. I'm going to get the content going more consistently, / change the name, etc. Just trying to get out there first, then I'll adjust as I get the reps. For sure, man. And yeah, you seem like you want to be pretty committed to it and consistent with it. So, yeah, another thing, man, is make videos that you from a year ago or 3 years ago would have benefited from. Talk to the version of yourself 3 years ago. That's something I do, because like an area that I can get insecure with YouTube is being like, who am I to talk about this? I'm not a professional. I'm not the best on this. Anybody that watches me, they can find it elsewhere. Those videos are already out there. But then I realize that there are people that are waiting to hear what I have to say. And I am that catalytic moment where they learn the thing that I've known for years. You see what I'm saying? So, like, just because you're aware that you're not the world's best and the one and only at whatever you teach about doesn't mean you're not the one that's going to change somebody's life forever. So being willing to realize that you're worthy and your words mean something and could change somebody's life. Oh my God, you're still here, remember? Yes, I do. I am still here. What's up, bro? But yeah, be willing to show up even though you're not the world's best. You know what I'm saying? Talk as if you're teaching your past self. That's something that's helped me a lot. And it's something that helps me come up with ideas of what to talk about. Of what do I wish I would have known a few years ago, Well, yeah, Tegan, I don't know how you say that, but yeah, we're nearing the end of tonight's live stream. It's been really fun. John Whitehead, you should comment on one of my videos because I'm not able to go to find you through here, but I would love to check out your channel, man. And dude, maybe we should work together. To be completely honest, I would love to do like you're talking about coaching and all this stuff. I'd love to do a one-on-one coaching session with you talking about this stuff of pointers and trying to come up with some sort of structure of like what would make the most sense for you. But if not, that's completely cool. But no, that's one of my main strong points and passions right now is YouTube. Yes, sir. I'll post it again right here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, if you just comment on anything, I'll be able to go to your channel and check it out. I'm on the wrong account. That's okay. I won't be able to find you on this live stream. That's what I'm saying is go to your actual YouTube channel account and comment on like one of my posts or something. Chelsea, what's up, bro? Chelsea said hi. You look like my friend Edward Fingerhands. Oh, Chelsea, is that you, Chelsea? John Whitehead, Chelsea? Spoopy Cell. I'm tired, bro. It's almost bedtime for Northwood Shaman. That's me. Oh, yeah. Yo, this is me. Just hopped on the other account. This is John Whitehead. I'll comment on another bit. Hell yeah. Reflections from the journey. Oh, dude, I love that. That's incredible, man. That's incredible. And no, I'm straight up. I offer like completely free one-time calls where we can touch base and talk together and go over some stuff. And bro, like genuinely, just from an interest point of view, I would love to talk about stuff with you, man. Black Mirror, hello, what's up, dude? How are you? What do you think about this situation? What situation? I can already tell you're going to be such a fun dude. I'll stay supporting all your vids from now on. Hell yeah, thank you so much, man. For real. Chloe, you're back? What's up, bro? How are you, Chloe? You made it. I'm back. She says it again. The situation. Talk about what the situation. What did you say? Good, let's go. Where'd you go, bro? Long time, King. Yo, Sogol, it has been way too long, bro. How are you, man? I don't know, Loke. Did you mean low key? Gotta go see ya. Bye, Walnuts. Much love to you, man. What's up, bro? What's up, dude? What's up, little man? Do you do lives randomly, or is there a day you do it? I do it every Thursday. Every single Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You low-key rage baited me. What? What do you mean? About the God stuff? Should I be chill or troll? Let's see what you got, troll-wise, bro. Try me, bro. What do you got? Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It's I'm not against Christianity at all. I'm more for Christianity than I am not believing in God, you know? Perfect. I'll be here every Thursday, 7. Sounds good to me, man. I'll see you then. No, Chloe, I enjoyed that conversation for sure. And I hope it's not a shame to you that I'm not a Christian. Glizzy gang, hit up the chat. Where my glizzy people at? How was that? It was all right, dude. From a 1 to 10, it was probably like, as far as trolling goes, I would literally put that at like a 2, bro. Please. All right, fine. I'll be a Christian, Chloe. Are you a Republican? Friday night at the hospital. Glizzy. The fuck was that? Same. All right. We are coming in hot on the end of this live stream. Do you ever eat? No, I don't ever eat. How many gallons is that water bottle? This is a 37-gallon water bottle right here. I drink about 4 a day. Are the plants real? Hell yeah, dude. Look at this baby. Look at that thing, bro. That's a big old... What is my cat doing, bro? Oops. Felix is spamming the F word like a motherfucker. Let's see how long he goes. Are you transgender? What are you gonna do if I am, huh? I gotta see you next Thursday. Hell yeah, I'll see you then, man. Is this guy 11? Kiss you. You should add Tuesday to the live schedule. Well, see, I do Thursdays because I work Monday through Thursday, and Thursdays, and then I have 3 days off, the next 3 days off. So Thursday is like a weekend. This is a great way to get into the weekend, you know? And yeah, I have a lot of other stuff I do on YouTube. I don't know if I would have time to stream every Tuesday and Thursday. Comic Sans says not surprising. Chloe, you're saying please again, bro. I am 8 years old. Fat, we gotta get you out of here, brother. Why are all these people saying I'm 8? I'm gonna block Felix. There we go. He's gone. How's he back? What the fuck? When I took LSD, I was Fat. What are you talking about, bro? All right, I think we've wrapped things up here. I think we've come to a closing ceremony. I love you guys so much. This was a really fun live stream. And yeah, my name is Devin. I make YouTube videos every week talking about spirituality and self-transformation and stuff. You're bold as fuck going live this much. You should try it, man. You should try it. Black Mirror High, bye. Shit, man. I know. I'm sorry. I've been here for a minute. But no, hey. Anybody that's new here, or if you've been here before, I have a Discord community where we talk about this kind of stuff, you know, bunch of homies, and being able to actually text where we're not a live stream chat away or a YouTube comment away from each other, and we can just text whenever. And yeah, if you're interested in joining the Discord community, it's called the Inner Shift Society, and you can find it by going to my YouTube channel. At the top, there's a bunch of links. You click that, you'll see a link that says join the Inner Shift Society, and then you'll click that, you'll enter your email, and then it will bring you to the Discord community with an invite where you can join it from there. And I would love to see you guys there. I'm active on it whenever, not just on Thursdays. But yeah, check out the channel if you vibed tonight. I would love to see you next Thursday. I go live every single Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, this has been a really fun live stream. I just subbed to you, Jim Brady. Holy shit, dude. All right, we're going to hang out for a minute because Jim Brady just gave me $20, bro. Hi, Northwood Shaman. Can you tell me how to become a more capable version of myself by unraveling negative patterns? That is a really heavy, loaded question, and it's not something. Thank you so much, by the way, for real. That goes a long way. I hope you know that. How to become a more capable version of yourself by unraveling negative patterns. Well, the first thing I want to say, Jim Brady, is that recognizing that you want to become a more capable version of yourself and recognizing that there are negative patterns that you want to unravel is basically the first and only step you need to take to begin that journey. The fact that you're even asking that question shows me that you've already made the corner and you're on your way home, you know? Now, as far as how to become a more capable version of yourself, that's very nuanced and particular, and that would be something that we would have to talk like in particular about, you know? Because it depends. It depends on in what kind of ways you're held back as a person. Whether you feel like you're not confident or whether you feel like you can't find what you want to do in life or you feel unattractive or whatever it is. It's so variable. A more capable version of yourself, you know? And unraveling negative patterns, I really think one of the main things to do in that is to recognize what the negative pattern is. And then a process of seeking out support systems that have an understanding on that negative pattern, whether that's books or therapy or coaching or YouTube videos or whatever it is. You identify the negative pattern and then you begin learning about it from people who are experienced in that department, you know? And then it's a process of exposure therapy, of exposing yourself to the negative pattern. And sometimes it's not about exposing yourself to it. Sometimes it's about you can't even get away from it. But beginning to lean into it and to embrace it and to not run away from it and to be willing to finally work with it, you know? You know, I think about bison in the tundra when they sense a snowstorm coming. They don't try to run away from it. They actually turn around and they go into the storm, because the bison understands that it's by going into the storm that you're going to get to the other side quicker. You're moving against it, against it, and so it's going to pass quicker. And man, we could take some lessons from bison, bro. Learning to face the negative patterns rather than try to suppress them or run from them or overpower them. And see, that's why I have such good faith in you asking, how do I unravel my negative patterns? Bro, you're already doing it in a way. You're already doing it. That is the most important, that's the prerequisite to even beginning to unravel them. You know, so I wish I could offer you more insight, but it's such a open question that it's hard to really narrow it down, you know. But Jim, I greatly appreciate you, man, for the donation, and yeah, I would love to hear more from you, man, for real. Oh, hey, you're live. Good evening, sir. What's up, in a pinch? How you doing, man? I need you to answer my question. Yes, Chloe, what's your question? Are you a Christian? No, I am not. Please debate with me again. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, man. Bison were wiped off the map, right? Are they? They're not, bro. Bison aren't fucking extinct. And I don't think it's from running into the snowstorms that made them less populated. Through, not around. Exactly. Oh, okay. Yeah. Or is it a buffalo? I don't know. No, bison, I'm pretty sure they're all still around. What do you believe in? That's an open question. Everyone join the Discord. It's awesome. For real. For real. Oh, damn, bro. I've been sitting like this for a minute. What do I believe in? I don't know, dude. I believe in something. Something more than scientific stuff. As much as possible. Jim Brady, seek discomfort as much as possible, physically, mentally, and throughout your life. Yeah, like in a pinch said, through, not around. Do you think there's a heaven or hell? Yeah, and it's a state of thinking. Heaven and hell is in your mind right now, and which one are you living in? Go to Bible Gateway, type in Genesis 1:1 and read it. I can't because I don't have another phone and I don't feel like going over to my computer. Gemma says hi. What's up? Johnny Joestar says why. She just wants me to look into Christianity, and there's no problem with that, by the way. Jim Brady, I wish you were here, brother. For real. Dude, what are you duding over there? Hello, what's up, bro? No, I'm not gonna do it tonight. Is that a Monstera? Yeah, it is, man. It's completely real. I got it from just a little cutting too, like tiny little plant. I love God. I love God too. God told me to tell someone, dude, no way, you just did another fucking $20 donation. That's insane. God told me to tell someone about Jesus today. That's so beautiful, and you did it more than once too. You've accomplished that mission. And I see you, by the way, Chloe, for real. Following a page from the bison and going ahead strong into the storm. Thank you. So much love to you, Jim. I genuinely hope that landed with you, man. For real. Like, for real, bro. Thank you so much. You have no idea how far those little donations go, bro. Amazing specimen. Yeah, dude. It's like, hold on. Like how big this shit is. Like, look how big these leaves are, dude. That's a big plant, bro. I really want to debate again. Oh, I don't know. I don't have the bandwidth right now to debate God bigger than Jerusalem. Jeez. Please, no, Chloe, I'm sorry. Maybe if you come onto the live stream next Thursday at 7 p.m., I'll debate God with you. Chris McCarthy. Jim, yeah, man, I genuinely appreciate you, bro. Bruh, yes, you do. I don't. I'm literally going to end this live stream shortly. Join the Discord, guys. Anybody that's new here and you like the vibes and you like hanging out. And Chloe, you wanna debate God? Join the Discord, bro. We'll talk about it on there. And there'll be tons of people to debate God with you on there. So a bunch of people would probably believe or agree with you too, by the way. Maybe a little bit different angle, but nevertheless. You already know I will. Hell yeah. How old are you? I'm 24. How old are you? The Discord community is awesome and we need more people. Yeah, for sure. We genuinely need more people. Like, in a pinch, I'm so glad you're so active on there, man. You and Chase, or it's just Chase written backwards. I don't know if you've noticed that, but you guys are always on that shit. And I love it, bro. I love it so much. It's awesome. 13, no shit. Well, it's awesome that you're so passionate and strong in your religion, Chloe, for sure. Don't judge me, that's hilarious. For real, I'm glad that you have found God. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap things up, guys. It's been a kick-ass live stream tonight, for one of the best ones in a while, to be completely honest. But I love you guys so much. As I said a minute ago, and as I was just telling Chloe, to join the Discord community, you can find it in my links on my YouTube channel. It says join the Inner Shift Society. I literally never used Discord until this. Seriously, if you like the vibe of the lives, it's that all week. Exactly, bro. Whenever you want, too. Whenever you want. How tall are you? I'm 7'3". I'm just kidding. I'm like 5'9" or something. But yeah, I love you guys so much. I really hope to see you on the other end on the Discord. We can talk like this whenever, you know? And yeah, if not, thank you for tuning in to the live stream, and I'll see you guys next Thursday at the same time. Next Thursday at 7 p.m. Poe says creep. Well, you're in luck, bro, because I'm about to dip out. Unless you already scrolled. I would definitely donate, but I literally haven't. No, you're all good, man. You are all good. For real. All right. I love you guys. Go check out the YouTube channel. Go check out the Discord. I hope to see you there. If not, I will see you all in the next week's live stream on Thursday. See you guys.